Alrighty folks, don't even know if you can see me or not because of the light, but it is the 23rd of December 2024. It's Monday and we are up here in Belfast Port, Terminal 2, Belfast to a Liverpool overnight boat. So we'll be in the UK for Christmas Eve, actually the 24th of December. So that is the plan. This was always the plan, just in case people think we're not going to Holyhead and into England, because we usually do, but we're heading actually over to the east coast in round Leeds direction. So we're good enough to jump out over this way, but yeah, the boats are starting to get back on track a wee bit with the whole closure of Holyhead Port. And if you don't know what that is, maybe I'll talk about it in this video. Actually, I probably will, because I have a number of meetings at the Holyhead Transport Hub. I have a number of meetings in Holyhead. There's clients looking to meet ASAP, which could be Boxing Day, could be the 27th, but we'll make it happen either way for them, as they strategically plan for what's to come. So anyway, stand by. It is the Friday the 27th of December, day after Boxing Day, and we're back up here in the Holyhead Transport Hub, as we have a number of back-to-back meetings here all morning. So just need to come in here, as you know, the closure of Holyhead Port. The site has been absolutely flat out up until in round, well, to be fair, we had guys here on Christmas Eve, which they would only been coming to lift trailers from the port and then taking their rest period here. The whole backyard was full of trailers. Like, the place was extremely busy, but again, as us providing the services for support services for some of our clients. And it's interesting because we've had a lot of new customers and clients using the site, which has sparked off these meetings today on the 27th. Guys that, I don't know if they didn't know about us, but like, if you're in the transport industry and you don't know about us, are you in the transport industry? But again, one of the things I suppose that we must state is that this is not just a truck parking area. It's secure storage, it's secure overnight parking, it's operating centres, it's transship, anything you want the yard for. And the main aim is for operators and operator licenses, and operating centres is the main purpose of it. As a lot of you know, there was crazy storms throughout the country, throughout Ireland, the UK, and as usual Holyhead got a good rump off it. But as I say, we're not doing too bad. I see a couple of signs knocked down. We have our guys have come in over that period, over them couple of weeks, and made sure everything was secure, make sure there's no debris lying about, none of the steel signs, anything that could, I wouldn't even worry about moving about. But we're very conscious of, you know, trucks and trailers, to the point of the last thing we want is a sign coming off and hitting the side of a lorry. And that's one of the big concerns that we have had. So we're sitting here on the, as I say, the 27th of December, which is the day after Boxing Day. We have the site completely empty. We have 6 different guys coming in from this afternoon into tomorrow who are lifting trailers at Holyhead Port. So Holyhead Port is a no-go. It is completely closed and the repairs are going ahead, but I'm heading over to Stanley now for a meeting as well with the guys, so see can we get any information. But the information that they put out has been very bad, it's been very poor, it's been very slow, and to be fair, you know, everybody will know this end because this is after the whole issues, but a lot of the transport operators weren't kept up to date correctly. And yes, fair enough, Stanley might have not known the severity of the damage, however they knew it definitely wasn't going to be done before Christmas time. So it's been an absolute nightmare for hauliers, transport operators, absolute nightmare. and that's why, if you can imagine, we had the whole back of the yard, the whole side of the yard, 3 a breadth at one stage on this part of the site, and then same up here. There's one stage I think we had 30 something tractor units across the back fence coming down this way. So you can imagine so it was just nightmare. One of the things that I've called in today to do here, obviously, is look at touring circles on the site itself, look at where trailers have been dropped, the legs of the legs, and yeah, we keep the site in good condition. It's constantly maintained that way. It's constantly rolled. It's constantly, you know, I wouldn't even say patched up, because we try to make sure it's solid enough ground we don't have to patch anything. As you can see, a couple of guys have put barriers again. The likes of our signage, it's only down because of the wind, so we've actually Dion has put them in here just to keep them out of the way, so we're not hurting or damaging anybody. So yeah, that's the plan at the minute, guys. But for all the heavy traffic that we had in a very, very short period of time, you know, the site is definitely holding up to the way that we want it. Anyway, so the plan of action today is very simple. We had a meeting in Chester this morning, then in Conway, and now I'm up at the Holyhead Transport Hub. We have 2 meetings here. I have a meeting out in Stenneline at the port. I have another meeting out by the old factory, and then I'm back in here again, and then from there back down the road to back to Leeds, to where I am at the moment. So, or Huddersfield. Yeah. One thing that has been very busy during this time has been our wash, because a lot of the guys is all brand new, full new kit wash, and the likes of your dispenser for windscreen fluid, and the wash has been extremely busy. But anyway, we have a bit of signage I see missing here as well, but we'll pick that up as time goes on. That's the plan. We'll see you in the next clip. Alrighty folks, so just before we leave Holyhead Port, it is an absolute ghost town. I was chatting with one of the guys in the Irish Ferries freight terminal, who's sitting with his arm hanging out the window. I just happened to be over chatting to see what the crack is, thinking what the hell would you even be doing here, but same crack again, like when there's trailers in the port to be released over a period of time, and that's his job. So they're very, very lucky to be kept in employment at the moment. Don't know what way that's going to pan out for them, Stenneline and Irish Ferries, but again, this was an Irish Ferries issue that created it, so I don't know what way they're going to pan out. But I'm away at the other side of the port, so you'll not see much special on the GoPro, but usually over here behind the camera you'll have that absolutely full of trailers, all shipping in and shipping out. And again, the whole way down the road and round itself is usually always full. Lovely blue water, but look at that. So yeah, absolute ghost town. Scary actually. I could literally probably walk up the middle of the A55 out of Holyhead here without meeting anything for a period of time. As you can imagine, obviously there's no trucks have been met, no trailers on the road, but hopefully it'll go back up and going, because it is a vital route here for not just transport and logistics, and people have to understand where the loads come from, people have to understand where the product comes from, people need to understand how vital and important transport and logistics is. Now, I know I bang on about this all the time, and very exciting programs coming out soon. Watch this space, and we'll detail that, we'll highlight that in detail, because it's not just the transport bit, the truck, the trailer, it's everything else that goes with it. You know, it's from the consigner to making up your products, your package, the dispatch, the transportation, the storage, the warehouse, the 3PL, the 4PL, all that sort of good stuff. But we'll talk about that as 2025 unfolds. Just goes to show, you know, when we talk about wind and tide and crosswind and swell, there's a boat, and just look at it being same as our own boat, just sitting in the marina, floating in and out and in and out, no matter what size. Goes to show how good a boat design that is, actually. Anyways, so yeah, I would not say a productive meeting in with the port at all, but it's just the hand that's dealt at the moment for everybody. Deadline of 15th of January, will it be met? Watch the space, I do not think so. Unfortunately, it could be a hell of a lot longer. You could be in the March, April time, but again, there's no confirmation of that anywhere. I did not get any confirmation of that today when I was in a meeting, but yeah, you read between the lines, it's not looking good. Anyways, we need to get out to the next industrial park. We need to get out to our next meeting here, so tally ho! Alrighty guys, so that's us down here at the Hollyhead fish dock, where great bunch of guys. One of them I thought I would have gotten the camera, but he says absolutely not. I said, well, what about if we done a wee bit of secret recording and, you know, block your face out? He says absolutely not. But yeah, some characters down here. We do a bit of work for these guys, a bit of forklift training to be put in this yard here now in the new year, and yeah, there's a couple of vehicles here for tachograph analysis, possibly remote downloading as well. But yeah, it's more about the Holyhead Transport Hub, storage of trays and empty trays and fish trays and things like that. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Lovely man. That's well done,
that. We got something magical, pretending that nobody knows, trying to hide but it shows. Lost my sense of logical, think that I'm gonna explode, echoes inside of my bones. Not the brave kind, never dare to take the leap when the chances come. You are special, ordinary, can get you out of my mind. I'm gonna do it all for you, falling so free to the
well now, in all of the places, all the commercial premises, all the really exciting engineering designs that I've been in over the years, that there's an impressive site. Let me tell you, that is a very, very impressive site, and especially for something that's up for so long. It's, you know, up since I think they said it began in 1963, and then it was operational in 1971. I think that was the dates, and then it stopped in December 2015. I think it ceased as the power station. Generation from it ceased then in 2015, I believe. Anyway, don't quote me on that. Go and Google it up and find out. But a very, very impressive site. Lovely. It's such a massive site sitting on the cliff edge, more or less, that makes it so impressive. But there are no doubt exciting things coming along with that part of Holyhead, as well as the new dock side of it, you know, for the cruise liners and all that sort of stuff that's planned in the future with Holyhead, which is exciting times for them. But at this moment in time, for the likes of ourselves and for the likes of hauliers, transport operators, well, it's a dodgy time at the moment. So obviously I have to take all that on board as well and see what we're going to do ourselves. And, you know, we have Holyhead was linked to Liverpool, linked that up then with Birmingham, and it's a sort of a triangle of what we're trying to do. But anyway, yeah, these things are set to try you, and then we'll find out what we're going to do. On a positive note, all the meetings this morning went extremely well, apart from one in Holyhead Port, but the rest of them went extremely well. very, very positive, and you know, it's great to, I suppose, although this video is recorded on the 27th of December, so it's always great for ourselves to look back on this sort of footage, because it's been a tough year. It's been a fantastic year for us from a growth point of view yet again. We have tried to put in a full restructure over the last 2 to 3 years, of a full staff restructure and a full restructure of APAs, which is our authorised associates and providers, which is really our franchisees. And it's definitely working well. And sometimes you have to take, you know, 2 steps back to take 10 steps forward. And that's what I've been trying to do throughout the business group. And yeah, hopefully it'll pay off. It's looking good. It's looking good all the time. But we have more fingers in more pies, so we have a lot of things in 2025 that's coming along. A lot of very, very exciting things coming along with us. Obviously, I don't like just saying that and then not explaining it, but there's exciting things coming 25, 26, hopefully. And I only mean hopefully because if we're still alive to document it and live it, it's very, very exciting time. So yeah, the build and the growth of the business and the business group and our associated businesses, they all continue at all times. Obviously, my own role as the founder of these businesses is to, the aim and the goal, the main goal is to be the least important person in the business. That's exactly what I've always been trying to do. It's very hard, but you know, the focus is always on trying to employ people that are far better than me, know far more than me, can implement, can execute, can manage, and that's something I've been trying to do for a long time. And you know, when they say that you have to kiss a lot of frogs, oh my God, I don't know how many frogs we've had through, but it's so difficult. And it doesn't, what's the word? I hate using the word depress. It doesn't depress me, like, but what's the word? It's not negative, because we go into businesses all the time and we just see the amount of dead wood that a lot of businesses have, and eventually they will, if we're doing risk management, risk mitigation or business development with them, then we will put in a structure of not KPIs anymore, but OKRs, which is objective and key results. And when you start implementing them and holding people accountable, then people either leave or they're... a lot of companies want to manage people out. I don't believe in managing people out anymore. I just believe in OKRs. That's what it is. You're brought into the business to serve a purpose. If you can serve the purpose, happy days. You are the top job. And if you can't serve a purpose, well, then you're a liability. So any liability should always be cut out of a business. And people are starting to implement that more and more, which is absolutely fantastic, to be honest. But anyways, this boy here is trying to pull in, so give me a second. Hold on. This wee boy's trying to reverse in here. There I am, so. Come on, son, come on. Right, I am heading for Huddersfield direction, and we will see what happens from there.
Something magical, pretending that nobody knows, trying to hide but it shows. Lost my sense of logical, think that I'm gonna explode, echoes inside of my bones. Not the brave kind, never dare to take the leap when the chances come me. You are special, ordinary.
And just like that, we are back here in Northern Ireland. It is a day or two later and we have a hectic day back to back. But anyways, back in Northern Ireland, we're in the office doing a bit of training with a couple of new starts over the start of the new year, which is I think the 2nd and 3rd, and then get everything prepped with clients and customers for the next couple of months, which is manic. But as I said before, guys, we have a lot of things in the pipeline, such as our YouTube channel, our podcast that are being released now in 2025, our partnering up with a couple of other guys in the space, well, in different spaces on their YouTube channels and their podcasts, especially local guys and people specialising in different sectors and specialities. So hopefully very interesting times. Right, I need to go in here to McBrien's news agent and get some tickets for a show that Ben is in next Friday and Sunday, I think. This is actually, I just actually put this out here on this channel. So this is for the Knox Drama Group, and anybody in the local area of Lisnaskea or Newtown Butler, Maguire's Bridge, or anywhere throughout County Fermanagh or County Cavan or County Monaghan, because they do go everywhere, to be fair. These guys are They put on some absolutely fantastic drama shows in the local community, whether it's in parish halls, whether it's in event clubs, whether it's in the likes of the Ardone Theatre and other small theatres around the country. We always go and support them as best we can. The last couple we went to in the Ardone Theatre and Enniskillen have been absolutely fantastic, so funny, so well written, and I know they're written by usually someone else and then they buy the scripts in, but the local guys that are involved with it, they put so much effort and dedication into it. It's unbelievable. So as I say, gonna jump into McBrien's and get some tickets for a couple of guys to go and see it, and then we roll. Out to the Marina on this beautiful first Saturday in January, which is what, the 4th now, and first job is to find me boat. This sound good. Yeah, it's just massive boats. Oh, here she is. Oh, bonjour, bonjour. Lady yourself up on stilts. As we not put down there, as we have the boat out of the water. Now, to be fair, most years we take it out of the water, and last year was not a great year out of the boat for weather wise, but again, as usual, we got far too busy to even be out on the boat. Time to get the ladder out here and get up into it. Let's see, can we get the electric plugged in? They have the electric plugged in already. Room is tight here, peeps. Room is tight. Shuffle through there. This is why I bring Ben out with me on these jobs, because he can fit anywhere and do the business. Let's be away out here somewhere. And I'm still walking through all these boats, guys. It's absolutely still walking through all the boats. Oh, slip through here. And we have yes sir. I think I showed this wee ERF before. We ES6 for any of you guys that used to maintain at them, drive them even. So the whole place full up with boats as per usual, all over the place. So again, we will try and get the powers going to it, get a dehumidifier in, get the step ladder out of the van and get up into it, get the night heater going for a while and start redding the boat out for next year, for next season, which is actually only a couple of months away. The new build, hopefully, of the Kerrybridge Hotel here in County Fermanagh will be absolutely fantastic. If it goes ahead, we'll support it as best we can when it does get up and going. From ourselves, we're very obviously corporate orientated, and as well as self and professional development, hence why Shadow, our accountability coaching and mentorship program, is so vital. It's invite only. Guys can get in touch. Last year we were booked out. First quarter this year I think we're booked out, but then we'll open up more slots because we run it every 90 days. The program is an 80-day program with extension, but I'll leave the link below if I remember. Right, let's go. And now we're getting a wee drop of AdBlue to the van. One of the big things that I find all the time is that there's a lot of shops don't know if you can see me here, but there's a lot of shops, or a lot of locations you can't get AdBlue at the pump. Now, the problem with that is some vans, like these new Reynolds, seem to be breaking our heart with this. If I was to use a 5-gallon drum or a gallon drum of AdBlue and put it down into the nozzle, well then the van itself wouldn't register full of AdBlue, and that's a major problem. A lot of the pump handles, there's magnets built into them. That's a mechanism to allow the AdBlue to come out, especially when you're buying in bulk. And years ago, when we used to study AdBlue at the start, you couldn't get AdBlue pumping out unless these two magnets more or less joined together and made a connection. We ended up having to go somewhere. In Enniskillen here in County Fermanagh, there's nowhere about. And then I went into one of our clients, because clients of ours for tachograph analysis, such as Lakeland Fuels and Fuel Lubricants and all these guys, they actually don't do it at the pump. So I've had to come around here to Nickel Oils, and as you can see, at the pump, AdBlue. Roger. So on that note, alrighty folks, so from AdBlue to HQ. Does that rhyme? Yeah, it does. Anyways, we're going to end the video here on this vlog, and the last couple of clips would have been from the last week or a few days ago, just after Christmas, as we now roll into the new year. As I said, one of the other clips is the first Saturday of the new year, which is 2025. So yeah, plans, plotting, execution. Remember guys, that a dream is only ever a dream without action. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, as I say, don't talk, act. Don't say, show. Don't promise, prove. So in relation to the Hollyhead port, and from some of them last clips I put out, there has been an update from Stanaline at the port of Hollyhead, and they're stating that the 6th of January will be the opening date for one of the berths in Hollyhead. So from our Holyhead Transport Hub, obviously this is very vital, important information. It also is for operators and hauliers throughout Ireland and the UK. As we know, it's a vital link between, it's a vital link, it's the most shortest link, it's the most productive link, it's the most effective link. And it's been there for generations and generations. And it's just got busier and busier as the time goes on. And a lot of hauliers, a lot of operators, and more importantly, a lot of businesses and a lot of consumers have now realised how vital that link is. So they're talking about the 6th of January. We'll see how that goes, for opening up one berth off the port, and then they'll work hard to see when they can get the rest of it open. Anyway, the point I'm making here, guys, is this morning when I was down in one of the hotels having a meeting with a client who now has ended up, I think that's at least 6 clients we've spoken to, as in-depth conversations about how the Holyhead Transport Hub can support them and their business using the facilities that we have on the site, and the support services on top of that, which include shutting trailers to the port, lifting trailers and bringing them back out again. One of the things that was brought up in one of our operational planning meetings yesterday or the day before, which I found was interesting, is that a lot of the guys are stating now that Stanaline has had this opportunity to red all the trailers out of the port. They've been looking to charge guys for dropping trailers in the port for many of years. And I know one of the meetings I had with Stanaline myself, that was one of their big concerns, because the congestion within the port with trailers being parked for such a long time was an issue. So this might be their opportunity now to start putting in high fees and high parking for trailers. It is a secure site, but you still have to get into the port, get in through the port itself to clear the customs part of it, lift your trailer and back out again, where we have a support service that can do all that as well. So the bottom line is, guys, if you need to talk to us about support services for you and your business using Holyhead from GB into Ireland, or from Ireland back out to GB, give us a shout. Just drop us a message. You can, numerous ways to find. Just Google us up at www.tctsgroup.com, or drop us a message on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, even here below on our YouTube channel. There's numerous ways to contact us. But get in touch or email directly to our Holyhead site at holyhead@tctsgroup.com, and our guys will pick it up and work with you all the time. What I would say is that there's going to be a bottleneck here. There's going to be a major bottleneck. So anybody that's looking to get their business back on track, to increase their business, to go forth with the likes of Holyhead Port, we have a vital site for your business and vital support services. So remember guys, it's operator's license, it's secure storage, long-term, short-term, maintenance facilities, safety inspections, driver overnight secure parking, trailer overnight secure parking, showers facilities, toilet facilities, remote offices, hybrid offices, truck wash. We have, as I said before, guys come up and put containers on full of parts and tyres and all so they can maintain their trucks. Just fantastic end-to-end solution. 15 minutes outside Holyhead Port. Down the main A55, come off at junction 6. Sat nav will say junction 5, but we want you to come off at junction 6 to miss the wee village. So anyway guys, as I say, get in contact with us and I myself or our group operations director Mark will come out and see you and we'll have a good discussion to see how we can help you and your business. Anyway, I'm going to end this video by saying I hope you all have a happy new year, a very successful and productive new year, and more importantly a safe new year. We're going into 2025 and as I say guys, you're only as good as your mindset. Anyway, until the next vlog, that is all.